Hello, sixth graders. This is the second part of the self-portrait lesson. Okay. Now, remember, last week we worked on the map building, the facial map that was, and this was a step 4. I hope you kept your paper, and we're going to be working on this light lines today. So don't erase them. If you accidentally lost the first lesson paper, you can quickly do that again. The whole process will not take you that long. Okay. All right. So I'm going to mention about 3 things that are different today compared to the first lesson. Number 1, you no longer are using light lines. You can start using the normal lines. Like, writing, doing the writing assignment, a math homework, that sort of normal pressure, okay? And number 2, you can also start using erasers. But be careful, don't overuse them. I had a student once that erased same place over and over and over and ended up with a hole on the paper. So don't just go crazy, okay, with the eraser. And also, please do not start erasing all these guidelines, okay? This is a map that you need to use to look at to place the facial parts at the right location. So if you start erasing all these mapping lines, you're going to get lost, all right? Okay, and the third, this is the lesson that you need to use mirror. Okay, now I have taught you how to use a mirror before for the portrait lesson, but just I'm gonna show you, review this really quickly. So just pretend that this is my mirror, my hands, okay? You always bring your mirror in front of your face like this every time you use it, okay? And don't bring it up, okay? And then look up like that, or don't just leave it on the table and try to look down into it. Okay, if you do this, you're going to end up looking at the nostrils and double chins, and that's not going to be pretty. So be careful. So the mirrors will come up to you, and you don't go down to the mirror. Okay, got that? All right. Now, teachers, if you do need mirrors in your classroom, I can actually check out a box of small mirrors, and you let me know. You can just email me if you'd like to use that. All right. Okay, let's start with the eyes. Okay. Okay, so here is the 5th grade eye chart. This is not for you, actually. I'm just trying to review it. Okay, for the 5th grade lesson, you just drew the almond shape, eye shape, left and right, symmetrical, same place, same size, okay, same height, okay. But we're changing that a little bit. We're doing this, okay. So you draw the left side, so not your left eye, but on the paper, you're looking at, you draw the left side normal, okay, normal shape, just like the 5th grader, the time. Okay, so don't worry about this circle in the middle. We're just talking about this almond shape, the outer shape. Okay, but the right side, you don't do the same thing. You squish this right edge a little bit. See that red line that I have drawn? Okay, that's a little bit squished. Let's just compare the left and the right. You see the difference? Okay, so go ahead and draw just the outer almond shape first. And if you do see a double line on your eyes, okay, you may add the double line. You know, this line. these lines that I'm talking about. Okay, some people don't show that line. Most of the people do. If you see that, let's go ahead and draw that. Okay, now let's talk about the colored part of the eye. Oh, by the way, anytime that you need to pause the video, please do so, because I'm going to go really fast with this instruction today. So pause the video, work on it, and come back to me, okay, whenever you're ready. Okay, now let's look at the colored part of the eye. Okay, right here. Okay, now you need to hide a little bit on top. You're not going to draw the entire circle. Okay, so just hide a little bit of the top circle, colored circle, and just go ahead and draw a pupil right in the middle. Okay, you don't have to shade it yet. Okay? But the location of it, though, this one is right in the middle. You do have to shift it. Okay, so this is the hardest part of this lesson, so just watch very carefully. So this, let me see. So can you see that the black line, you see the red dotted line, right? That is sixth grader lines. See the black line, the faint line that right by it, that is the, let's see, this one right here, and this one right here. That is the fifth grade line. That is actually in the middle of the eye shape, okay? But we're shifting the center line towards the left. Okay, just a little bit, not too much, like a 1 centimeter, okay, or half an inch, or even quarter or 1/3 of an inch, just a little bit. And then that's going to be the center of the dark part, okay? And then go ahead and draw the dark part shifted, okay, right there, okay? And then draw a pupil. And you do the same thing with the right side eye. Okay. Have it a little bit shifted towards the left and draw a pupil right in the middle. Now remember to hide a little bit on top. Okay, hide a little bit on top. Okay. Now the reason why we have to shift is because when your face is turned, is it that way or this way? It doesn't matter. When your face is shifted, if you draw your dark part of the eye right in the middle, you'll be looking at that direction, okay? But I want the portrait to be looking towards the front. So you see my eyes shifting, okay? So that is why you have to make that shift. Okay, it's a little bit complicated, but I hope you got it. All right, and then let's start shading the dark part of the eye. Okay, the direction of the shading is like a sunshine. Okay, you start from the center and shade it like a sunshine. Okay, and then I give you choices for the pupil. Okay, you can make it darker than the rest of the colored part, or you can leave it white. Or what I did here is leave a little bit of reflection, the white part in the middle, and then make the rest darker. Okay, you can do either one of these three ways. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter if your eyes are blue or light blue or hazel or brown, you gotta shade that anyway. Okay, and then here comes the artist's secret. If you shade a little bit on top of this whole entire eyeball, including the colored part, okay, that would make it look a little bit more realistic. Notice that my shading is darker on top. Okay, all right. Okay, now do the shade both eyes. Okay, now we're going to work on the eyelashes. Okay, eyelashes will start from the original line, this line right here, original line of the eye shape, and then go up, cutting across the double line. Okay, you may add a little bit at the bottom, okay, but you cannot do it as dark as the top lashes. Okay, and you can add that. That's the end of the eyeball right here. Okay, you can add that line in both sides. Okay, and then eyebrows. Okay, let's talk about the left eyebrows. Okay, you just draw that normally. Make sure you start from the nose side and then have each hair grow towards the eyes like this. Okay, don't just go like that or up and down. Make sure you follow each hairline and draw your own eyeline shapes. Okay, some eyebrows are going up, some are even flat, some are slightly going down. Make sure you draw your own eyebrows. Use the mirror wisely. Okay. Now let's talk about the left side. Now for this side, remember the side of the eye was a little bit squished, shortened. You got to do the same thing with the eyebrow. Okay, so you shorten it a little bit right here. Okay, so this eyebrow will show up a little bit shorter than the other one. Okay, compare like that. Okay, all right. Now let's move on to the nose. Okay, nose is not too hard. I think we already have the basic line. So you start from the eyebrow and then you turn and go up again. Probably the hardest part is the bottom part. So you have a tip of the nose, okay, like that. And then you can add the side of the nose, this line. And this is optional. This shows on the other side bump. You can draw that or go without. That's up to you. And we're not drawing the nostrils, but we're just showing a slight curve here, suggesting that there is a hole there. Okay. Now, more than the shape of the nose, the length of the nose is more important. So don't make your nose too short or too long. Just make sure you look at your face and keep the balance. Okay. All right. Next, lips, mouth. Okay. Now this is, don't do this. This is a 5th grade lip. Okay. I'm going to review how to draw lips using this chart. Okay. So just watch. Do not draw. Okay. Now, the top line right here. Okay, you start and going up and have a little dip and finish the other side. Okay, center, you go flat, have a little dip, and finish the other side. The lower lip, you go down, slightly up and down, and finish it up. Okay, so that's the basic general rules of drawing human lips. Now, with that in your mind, what you do for 6th grade is a little bit different. Okay, you draw the left side normal, just like how I showed you. Okay, this side is the same. But again, the right side, you got to squish it. Same shape, but you have to shorten it. Okay? All right. And please shade the lips. Okay, if you leave it white, your portrait will look like a dead person. So shade it slightly and make sure the top lip is shaded a little bit darker than the bottom. So that is another artist's secret to make it look more realistic. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about ear. Okay. For this project, drawing one ear, the other one is not showing, ear is required. Okay. But it looks so complicated. Inside of the ear, how do you draw that? Okay, now I'm giving away the 3rd artist secret. I'm going to make it super easy for you. Okay, you think of 3 letters of alphabet. Okay. C, that's yellow. Y, that's red. And S, C, Y, S. Now inside this part seems super complicated, but if you want to make it easy, that's the way you do it. Okay, C is easier, right? Because that's the outer shape of the ear. Okay. So, CYS is the key. Okay, now this one is shaded and made it more realistically, but you don't even have to be bothered. Just draw CYS, and that's all you need today. All right. Okay, so once the ear is done, and make sure you put the ear at the right place, then you have to worry about the face shape. Okay, I'm talking about the chin and the side of the face, like that. So here is this one is different from what I showed you last time. So you start from this, let's start from right here on the forehead, and you just redraw the shape of your face one more time as you fix it. I'm sure a lot of people have the original sketching mapping line that's way off. Usually they're way too big. So make sure this side of the face by the eyes, very close to the eye, okay? The cheek go up, go out a little bit, and then come down and make sure you have the chin line. Don't just go round like that. Okay, draw a distinguished chin line and also the side of the face. Okay, all the way up to the ear. If your ear location is off, okay, you got to adjust it. Okay, just draw it again so that it will match this the end of the facial line. Okay. And then the hair. Okay, you draw your own hair. Okay. If you have a long straight hair, you just draw it long, starting from the top of the head. You just draw it long, long like that. Okay. If you have a curly hair, you draw it curly. You have a short hair that's sticking up, you draw it up. Just think of your own hair and then draw it just like your own hair growing, each one of them. And also talking about the hair, okay, I want you to remember this first mapping right here. See, you use the center line, you use this, the eye line, nose, bottom of the nose line. But we have not used this top quarter line. What is that for? Okay, this is actually for the hairline. So this first quarter line, I hope you still have it. See where I'm pointing right here is the same place as on my face. It's right here where my hair starts growing. So that matches, okay? And so if you have bangs like me, you go down even lower than the quarter line. Okay. If you don't have bangs, then you start from that quarter line. Start drawing from the quarter line. Okay. So let me show you right here. So that is my quarter line barely showing, and that is where my hair starts. Now, if you just draw your hair on top of the head, you end up looking like, you know, somebody who's lost all the hair from here, and then you just have the hair on top. And that does not look like a sixth grader's. It could be like your grandpa, but you don't want to, you know, look that old. All right. Okay. Next, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention about when I was explaining about the mouth. We don't want to show any teeth for this self-portrait, okay? And let's see. Oh, one more important thing. Draw a simple closed line, the t-shirt line at the bottom, okay? So that you look like you are actually wearing something. Okay? And You can add glasses. This is a face with glasses. Okay. This one is without. Um, okay, so this one is without. This one is with. Uh, it's up to you. The drawing glass is not easy though. But if you think you can do it, or if you want to, you're always wearing glasses, and if you want to add the glasses, go ahead and add the glasses. Okay, and you can add the like the beauty spot or the mole, but no freckles, okay, and no unibrows, no scars, okay. And let's see what else. I think that's about it. Oh, the shading. Um, you can. The shading is required actually for 6th grade. So I'm not doing a shading lesson, but you decide which side is the darker side, which side is the lighter side. I decided the right side, this side is a darker side. You see my hair difference? Okay, this side is hair is darker, this side is slightly lighter. Okay, by the nose, the shading on the right side is a little bit darker. Same thing with the neck right here. Okay, see the difference? And also on the clothing too. Okay. You can do the hair tied or down, girls. You don't have to draw the hair that you're wearing today. You can just change it. Okay, this one has a ponytail. This one is down. So that's just up to you. Okay. I think I covered everything. This is one hard lesson. So this is a lesson that I'm hoping I can do again in the art room if the school opens, and before May, I hope. Okay, so that's it for self-taught lesson, and I hope you have fun. Okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye.